What is going on, squad? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives and Make Money Online Trader podcast. It's your boy B Mark, and in today's episode, I'm joined by my clients on Podchats. We got a bunch of my homies here, a bunch of people in the 10K Mastermind, and I'm excited to hear about what's going on in their business. So, Jasia, tell me some wins, girl. What's going on?
Hey Brian. So my win is my goal is to book 5 calls this week, and I have 4 booked so far. And I have about 3 or 4 call booking links floating around right now, which leads me to my question too. And that question is, what is the best way to follow up with someone who you sent the call link to and they read the message, but they didn't book a call? So can I tell you what I'm doing and then you tell me
100%.
what would be better?
Love it.
So what I've been doing is I've been like either going back and like hearting a message that they sent, and then when that doesn't work, I will send another message that says, "Hey, name, everything okay? You didn't seem like the ghosting type with a little ghost emoji." So that's what I've been doing. Is there a better way to approach it?
Yeah. So, I think that, I have like a 3-step process. So, step number one, when a prospect goes to step number one, go back into the messaging sequence and like one of the messages in the conversation. Step number two, I will go comment on one of their photos or videos on Facebook, Jasia. The reason that I'll do that is when you do that, it'll ping them and it'll send them a notification. And then step number three is I'll actually send them a message that's a little bit less. I don't want to say the word invasive, but if you say you don't seem like the ghosting type, that almost seems like chasey. I would literally just send a message that says all good question mark, literally all good. Then if they didn't reply to that, the next day I would send a follow up, and you could send like a GIF. I like to send like a GIF because I like to be funny, and I'll just send like a chair emoji or something and be like, got your seat waiting for you on the calendar. Like, let me know what time you book, smiley face. So, like, just something like super funny. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, you're doing everything right. The only thing is I would condense the third message or the third thing you do, because you do the first thing is you heart the message, and the second thing you do is you send the message. So I would do first thing, heart the message. Second thing would be commenting on one of their photos, replying to one of their stories or one of their videos, because that'll send them a notification. If that doesn't work, third thing is I would say all good. Fourth thing, next day I would send a GIF.
Okay, perfect. I got that down. And then my other quick question is, do you think it's a smart idea to record myself reading the like entire sales script and then just listen to it consistently every day so it kind of becomes second nature? That way, when I'm on the call, I can more so focus on tonality and fluidity instead of focusing on what's the next question.
That's a great fucking question, Jasia. I think that it would be smarter and more reasonable to book a call. Like, find another homie that's inside of this program that's down to do role plays with you every day. Because that's
Okay.
what Cole and I did that when we got really good is we just dedicated an hour a day to role playing every day, 5 days a week for 6 months. So find another homie that's in this program that's like, I'm just as committed to leveling up my sales as you are, and just block off an hour in your calendar every single day. You do the script for 30 minutes, they're a prospect. They do the script for 30 minutes, you're a prospect, and just find, like, Kelvin is like, I'll do it. Yadira just said, I'm down for that. So, like, if you can find somebody else that's like, yo, I want to sharpen the sword, I'm not going to miss for 6 fucking months, let's ride. Like, that's a better way to do it, because then you'll actually get to practice real, like, in person with like another human.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. That is what I'll do. And I'll reach out to Kelvin and Yadira and Sarah Grace.
There's a bunch of homies that are down. I appreciate you. Always good to see
Thank
you.
you.
I'm glad to see you raising your hand. Let's go. What's up, Dana? How's Kelowna treating you? Tell me something good.
I mean, I just absolutely freaking love it here. I mean, I extended my stay by a whole week because I just love it here. And honestly, this week at the event was literally the one that I have been waiting for. I feel like I have been in therapy like for the last few months, and every event I like make these little stepping stones, not just in my business, but like my mentality. And I feel like this week just like kind of brought a lot of things together. So I like stayed here to just like focus on integrating and really allowing that to settle before I go home where some of the distractions would be. So I'm really freaking excited to see how this year is going to go.
I love it. I was talking to Nick about you, and
Yeah.
me and Nick were talking, and he's like, it's crazy to see Dana Foster the way that she is right now, because when Nick first met you at the first Elite Manager Mastermind, he remembers you, and he remembers that you were barely getting started with your business, and you were like hoping to get into the rave community. So when he heard you talking about how much money you're making with this coaching business, he actually came up to me after the event. He's like, dude, I can't believe, Dana, like, what was your record month? It was like, what was it?
26.
26K. He's like, I can't believe that. He's like, because I remember when she was struggling to get leads. So I'm proud of you. Good job.
I'm proud of me too. So my question is with sales calls, and it's not necessarily so much the script because I started working on that. It's that being able to adhere to time, but also allowing that like connection. Like you start the call, you make like a little bit of like conversation just to kind of like, you know, kind of just get them feeling comfortable talking to you. But sometimes I will have like, they will go on tangents and I have a hard time interrupting them and putting it to a stop. Like I had a call yesterday. Thankfully, she put a deposit down, which was awesome. But it went on for 45 minutes. And I want to be able to keep my calls, especially because I have 5 more this week before I leave Kelowna. And I know that manifesting it, I'm going to be booking a lot more calls in the near future. And I need to make sure that I am.
I want to pause you for 1 second and just focus on this for 1 minute. Literally just do what I just did.
Okay.
So like all you're going to do is, as the reason I stopped you in the middle of you, and I know I'm not cutting you off because I'm trying to shorten your time, but I want to show you what I would do on a sales call. So if I'm on a sales call with somebody, I'm like, oh, actually 1 sec. Dana, you mentioned something just there about the fact that you haven't been able to achieve these goals for the last 6 months. And I just wanted to focus on that for a second because 6 months is a long time to struggle. So what have you been trying that hasn't been working?
Okay.
I'll literally just be like, oh yeah, 1 sec. Sorry. Can I pause for one? Literally. You see, I just did it again. You can do it while being polite is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be like, hey, let's stop fucking talking, you know?
I think that's what I have a hard time is like doing it the polite way. So you just like, wait, hold on a second. Let's circle back to this.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So like, you got to remember what part of the script you're on, Dana. So like, if you're like in the discovery phase where you're focusing on pain points and they start rambling about their goals and all the things they'd like to
that's where I start to like get stuck and I'm like,
they're like fucking da 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 and they're fucking gone. It's like, you got to be like, okay, so first things, Dana, I love the goals. Love that. I just want to focus on one thing that you said. You mentioned to me that you've been really like, you know, this hasn't been happening for you for the last 6 months. What exactly do you mean by that?
Okay.
So I'll just pull them back, you know, they're going off on the tangent. And I'm like, well, come here for a sec, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. I will practice that this week. Thanks. I appreciate it. That was my only question.
Cool. I love it. Good to see you. High five. Good job. Lucy Hill, welcome to the Big Dogs. How you doing?
Oh, we fucking made it.
Yeah.
I've been in this for a really long time and I'm hopping on here because I'm pretty emotional and I feel like the universe has tested me. I've leveled up and I was waiting for the world to just like throw an obstacle to like make sure that I'm like honed in on this. And I made it to Kelowna without any breakdowns. I made it back to Canmore without any breakdowns. And then I was driving a friend to the airport this morning and my brakes stopped working on my van. And so we've had a little cry this morning and I felt like that was really something that's like trying me on like how committed I am to leveling up right now, because of course now we're going to have some more mechanical bills coming our way. And now the money scarcity is kicking in. I'm like, fuck, like I just invested in leveling up. I got like now a higher amount that I need to pay a month. And now I'm going to have more mechanical bills coming my way. So I'm like, okay, I need to really dial in and focus. And it's kind of like perfect timing to join in, as well as like the world is testing me.
So I want to jump in for a second. I wanted to let you finish because I didn't want to do my thing that I did on Dana. But I wanted to just let you guys know that like, welcome to the fucking level up game. Who here has ever felt that? Where like you just like make a big commitment and then all of a sudden you get fucking punched in the face. It's like, whoa, what the fuck? I'm trying to level up here. What are you doing? Here's what happens. All right. This is the thing, right? If you guys want to be successful, being successful is not about shit not happening. It's about you being able to let shit just completely roll off your back with literally no fucking whatever, you know? Gym got shut down, need to fucking move locations and move 20,000 square feet worth of equipment over to a new location and build a new gym in 6 months. Okay. You know, you just fucking move forward. And like this, like, it's good that it triggered you in a way. And now it's like, I use that emotion as fuel. I'm like, okay, you know, cause like I'm unfuckwithable. That's like, that's the energy, Lucy. You got to be like, I'm like, you can't fuck with me. Okay. So like whenever shit starts coming my way, I'm like, okay, let's fucking take the fucking sweater off and fucking, let's go. You know, you want to fuck with me? So you got to remember who you are, right? This is part of the game. One of my favorite quotes from Alex Hormozy is like, if I wanted to have like a strong son, you know, I wouldn't pray that he had an easy life. You know, I would put him through adversity so that he could develop strength. And like, this is the type of stuff that most people never go through because most people never push themselves to this level. They're just comfortable and safe. So when you can move through these types of obstacles with a smile on your face and like nothing gets to you and you just keep moving forward. And like, it's like, yeah, you're going through shit, but you're like, okay, let's fucking go. Whatever.
I think that's super powerful. I think like my default for so long for adversity like this is just like immediate shutdown. Yep. And I can feel that like emotion of just like I just want to like shut down and not show up to today's call and just cry a little bit. I'm like, I had my cry and I was like, I'm fucking getting on that call. I'm getting the value that I paid for and I'm showing the fuck up and we're going to figure it's all going to work out. It's just today's a hard.
And that's it. It's all going to work out. Write that fucking down. And literally that's your fucking mantra for the day. This shit's going to work out. It's all good. It's all going to work out. That's your mantra for the day. It's all going to work out. It's all going to work out. Here's my mantra. I actually have one. Mine is everything that happens is happening for my advantage. Everything happens for my maximum advantage. That's my mantra. So like whenever shit starts going, and trust me, when you have two businesses, it fucking happens a lot. I'm just like, well, this is for my advantage in the long run. So I trust that whatever's happening is supposed to be happening right now. And I'm fucking going to move through it. That is like what you're experiencing, Lucy, is very common. So I don't want you to feel like you're like, oh, like, fuck, like, you know, like this is a common human experience to go through things and be like, fuck, it sucks. Right. And also that energy is not constructive and won't serve you. So even though this is how you're feeling, you need to develop the strength and the willingness to be like, you know what? Yeah, this might be a little bit of adversity, but I'm fucking Lucy Hill. I'm a bad bitch. Fuck adversity. Watch me. You feel me?
Yeah, no, 1,000%. I needed to hear that.
Let's go. You got this shit. Go slay today.
This is fucking great. I'm really, really grateful for this opportunity to show up today because fuck, I did this shit, man. You fucking helped me. You guys fucking created the structure, but I've shown up and again, and it's fucking great to see those benefits unfold in front of me.
I love that. Have you done a video about how your fucking brakes went fucked in your car? Yeah.
Drove a friend to the airport and then hopped on this call before driving back to Canada, where I'm borrowing the manager's car right now to drive a friend to the airport. It's just been a shit show.
I love it. This is a perfect opportunity to do a Kirsten Mark style fucking post. Well, brakes got fucked on the way back, you know?
How do I approach that? Because I made a post and like, how do I use this without making it a pity party? How do I use like
it's how you position it. You're like, well, my brakes just shut down and that was fun. And honestly, when I used to go through situations like this, I would just sit in my car and just cry and be so upset and shut down from the world. But I made the decision that today I wasn't going to do that. I made the decision that I was going to show up and I was going to get support. I was going to get mentorship. I reached out for some support from my mentor and I realized that like, I'm a bad B. So yeah, my brakes went down in my car, but like, that's life. Things happen. And you know what? I'm going to make the decision that when adversity happens to me, when bad things happen to me, I rise up. So the next time something bad happens to you, rise up. And if you know any mechanics, send them my fucking way. Okay. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Hopefully next call, my brakes are fixed and we're all fucking up and running.
You got it, girl. I believe in you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace. Coach Daniel, tell me something good, baby girl.
What up, G? Yeah, I got a fucking cool win. I signed 2 referrals in the past week, and neither of them were referrals from clients. One of them was from somebody that's been following me for a while and referred her sister to me, and the other one was somebody that trains at my gym and referred somebody. So that was very fucking cool.
I love that. Building the brand.
We trying, bro. We trying. My question, I'm not sure if it's a mindset question or a tactics question. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a combination of both.
Okay.
But I haven't hit a record month since May of last year. And with that said, it was 32K. And like we've been hovering around 15 to 20K. So it's still doing all right. But I feel like ever since that month, it was just like 10K was the goal. And then 15, and then 20, and then 30, and just like hitting those goals. I feel like I did it in a pretty short amount of time, and I hit 32 in May. And I feel like since then, it's kind of been hard to conceptualize like setting a record month and hitting a record month. At least, I don't know, I want to say like at least from where I'm at right now. And I kind of just want to know like, how do you go about that process where it's not like I don't know how to do that, but it's just feels like, I don't know. There's something about it that just feels like it doesn't feel like setting the 10K or the 15K.
Daunting.
Yeah, exactly.
Daunting is the word. I understand that because I went through the same thing in 2021 when we had a record month. And then the next year we were plateaued for like 12 months. I talked about that in my speech. My question for you is, do you know your numbers?
I have them right in front. Like which numbers?
Like I'm talking about how many calls you're booking per week, how many, like all your calls, show rate, closing percentage, all that stuff.
I honestly don't. Like I stopped tracking it a little while ago.
Okay. So I'm not shaming you, but I want to tell you why you're not able to hit your goals consistently, because without that information, you are not able to set goals. But let's just say you knew your numbers, right? So if I pull up this right here, if I go to what are you making per month right now, Daniel? You're 15K per month. So you want to be making, and what's your new cash per month?
I would say
Give me a guess. You don't know the exact number, but give me a guess.
7K, maybe 7K.
So 7,000 new cash. So if you want to be hitting $30,000 a month, as an example, it would have to be $23,000 new cash. All right. You with me so far?
Yeah.
What's your average cash collected per sale? Like on average, you don't have to have the exact number, but I just want to show you why it's important to do money math.
I would say 2,000 because my PIF is 2,500. Most people do that, but like some people do monthly.
Okay. So I'm going to do 2,000. Okay. So that means you need to bring on 11.5 new clients per month in order to do that. What's your closing percentage on average?
Usually around 50, maybe
so
40, 50.
Divide that by 0.5. That means you need to take 23 sales calls. What's your show rate on average?
Damn near 100%.
Damn near 100%. So let's just
So
divide.
like 95%.
Let's pretend it's 70% as you start scaling, just to give us a ballpark. So you need to be booking 32 sales calls per month to be able to do $23,000 in new cash. How many sales calls are you booking per month right now?
8.
8, right? So if you go, the distance between 8 and 32 is significant, and that's why we are not in our goal yet. So once you know this number, okay, so 32, that if you do 32 sales calls per month, you're going to hit 23 new cash. So divide that by 30 days. That's 1 sales call per day or 7 sales calls per week. How many sales calls per week are you booking on average right now?
Like 2 to 3.
2 to 3. So now you know what you need to do.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why it's important to know your numbers, is so that we can do the money math. And so then the question becomes, well, how do we book more sales calls? There's 2 ways to do that. Number 1 is content. Number 2 is follower ads. So like, how many followers are we getting per day on average?
I'm getting a good amount of traffic. I have a really good ad running for $10 a day, and it's less than 50 cents follower. So maybe 25 followers a day, maybe a little bit more than that.
So do you think it would be reasonable to assume that if we started spending $25 to $30 a day, that we could double the call volume, or maybe even triple it?
Yeah, 100%.
So even if we think about like right now, so if we do, I will tell you exactly how much you need to spend per day. Because right now you said we need to be booking 32 calls a month, right? Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then right now we're booking 7 per month.
Yeah, like 8.
We'll say 7 just in case. Right now you need to do 4.5 times more volume than you're doing right now. So do you think it'd be reasonable to assume like, and you don't have to go from $10 a day to $50 a day, but even if you went from $10 a day to $30 a day, right there, you're going to be, double the amount.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. This makes a lot. I could definitely see why like tracking the numbers is important when it comes to setting goals.
Yeah, but
makes it super simple.
So it makes it super simple. So that's number 1. Now you know exactly what you need to shoot for. Your goal should be to book 1 sales call per day.
Mm-hmm.
That's the ultimate goal. And so like the only thing we focus on for the next fucking 60 days is getting to a place where we're booking 1 sales call per day. And you focus on that with violent intent. And then you start asking yourself, like, what else can you start doing to focus on getting 1 sales call per day? Because if you can start getting 1 sales call booked per day, like we're going to start getting to our goals really fast. So that's the first piece of it, Daniel, is like knowing like what your goal is and what the numbers are to get to the goal. The second piece is like, we shouldn't be shooting for 35 or 32K, because 32K is double what you're making right now. And so if like every month you're trying to make double what you're making right now, it's you're constantly like comparing yourself to where you aren't, So like instead we should be shooting for like 25 or 20. What's your highest month in the last 6 months?
Yeah, 25.
25. So let's shoot for 25.
Yeah,
25.
That's my goal. I have a sticky that says 25 August right in front of me.
Perfect. So 25 is the target. What are you at right now?
15, 16.
It's very fucking 100% possible you could hit 25, maybe even 30 this month.
Yeah,
so
I know.
And now you know what you need to do in order to do that, right? Is like you need to get more calls in the calendar, because the numbers are telling us if you get 30 calls in the calendar per month, the numbers are telling us that's $30,000 a month.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Like, setting the goal of 1 call a day is something that like has been on and off like the forefront of my mind for a long time, but just kind of scaling it back a little bit and just being like, okay, I mean, again, for this month, I think I'm doing pretty well and like can definitely push, but setting that goal of 25K and just looking to push for that, and definitely going to start tracking my metrics again, because that's helpful.
It's having the fucking big goal. Everybody write this down. Have the big goal, but then have the daily target that's going to lead to the big goal. That's how we get there, right? Because most people set a big goal and they don't know what the daily target is to get to the big goal. And they're just focusing on the big goal. And they're like, well, fucking, how do I get to the big goal? How do I get to the big goal? How do I get to the big goal? You focus on the big goal, and then you focus on the daily target that you need to achieve in order to hit that big goal. And then you just execute on the daily target.
Gotcha. I love it. Thank you, bro. Helps a lot.
I hope you have the best day of your entire life. It's great to see you.
Likewise.
Peace. What's up, Rob and Bryn? How you guys doing? Tell me something good.
Hi, we're
Hello.
good. We got a really good lead today from a couple. So Rob was actually on a call today with this guy, and I had coached his girlfriend last year. And I texted her, I was like, oh, like I'm so excited for Harrison to be a part of the team. Too bad that you guys aren't doing it at the same time. And then she was like, oh, do you guys have like a couples discount or something? So we were like,
Boom.
So we're gonna score our first, yeah, because we switched our niche about a month ago, and this is our first actual like couple that we're getting on. So I'm fucking stoked about that.
That's sick as fuck. I love that.
play.
It's slay, baby. Okay, question. So for the DMs, what should the DM process look like if we're trying to acquire couples from both of our pages? Should we stick to the script and just follow as it goes, and then like wait in the sales call to kind of like bring out the couple thing, or should we like start hinting that, because obviously it says in our page that we work with couples, but should we change anything about our DM process, do you think?
Yeah. So the way that I would approach it is like, here's my thought process, you guys, is our demographic is couples. That's what we're going after. But Bryn, you're still going to get some women that will come into your page that will resonate with you and want to work with you specifically. So,
Yeah.
and I wouldn't say that we should turn those people away just because they don't have a couple, right?
Yeah.
What I would do is throughout the DM script, like right as I would probably book the call, and then I would say like, once you book the call, this is what I'd say. I'd be like, by the way, like, do you have a partner that you're kind of wanting to do this with, or is this more of a solo journey?
Nice.
So I would book the call, and then once I book the call, then I would say, by the way, do you have a partner that you want to do this with, or is this more of like a solo journey for you?
Yeah, I
Nice.
like that. And then
Yeah.
is the goal to get the partner also on the call?
If they did say they have a partner that they want to do this with, I would be like, okay, that's dope. I would love if you could bring them to the call as well. And then I could bring my partner, Rob, and then we could all talk about what that would look like to basically like do it as a couple together.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
I like
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's
Content. What's your guys' content plan? Because your content could fucking slap.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
tomorrow we have a big content day because we finally did our schedule from Cole's speech. So we're planning a big content day tomorrow, and we're doing a lot of like just pushing connection like crazy right now, just so people can see us, because when we do connection, that's when it does the best. But yeah, we have a decent amount of scripts already written out that we're gonna start pushing, and we're both gonna start posting twice a day, because it's just not once a day is not enough volume. Yeah, because
I agree. I also think that you guys shouldn't just stick to talking stuff for couples content. I think you guys should also do like, I think you guys should also start experimenting around with B-roll videos. You guys
we do a lot of B-roll.
Okay, good. Because if you guys have videos of when you guys first met versus where you guys are at right now, like your
I
guys
actually seen one of those recently. It did pretty good.
yeah, those type of videos of like but like you can just position it with fitness, right? So like when I grab like old videos of me and Kirsten, right? Just like a bunch of old videos and just kind of showing our journey and our come up together, like those videos always slap. And so like the reason it would be good for you guys is because you guys can talk about, like, if I were you, I would be thinking about how I can show the transformation of you guys to get together in terms of fitness.
right.
Like, how can you show the fitness come up? I've done a ton of B-roll videos with me and Chris. I just want to find that, like, stuff like this, right? Where you guys just got together, baby, exactly, right? But like this type of stuff, this type of couple content absolutely slaps. But for you guys, you can do this type of couples content where like you just got together, you just met, and then all of a sudden you guys decided that you were going to get fit together, and then you show that transformation, because again, that's literally going to speak directly to your avatar.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah. Fuck yeah, we'll do that right away. Cool, man. Thank you. The second question, super quick. Follower. I keep hearing follower ads. What the fuck is a follower ad? So a follower ad is essentially an ad that you guys are going to boost to get your target demographic to your page. So for you guys, it would be the follower ad. You're boosting a reel. Essentially, that's the easiest way to describe it. So the boosted reel for you guys, I would want you guys to do something together where it was like, POV, you finally found a fitness page for couples that both of you can get value from, something along those lines. And it's like you guys working out together, it's you eating together, stuff like that. Perfect. That's great. Okay. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
You're welcome, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Good to see you guys on the call.
Bye.
Bye. Quincy Q Rush, what up, G?
What's up? The event looked live, man. Looked good. So I'll touch on is I don't know if Lucy's still here, but I totally feel her on new levels, new devils, because I had pretty much 3 record-breaking months in a row, joined the 10K Mastermind, and then 2 of my worst months in a row. Not related to the program, just, life happens. So keep going. You got to keep going. So my question for you is, last time we talked last week, I'm telling you, obviously I need money coming in. You're like, yo, you need to just focus on content to get people coming to you because I'm not getting inbound leads. But last month, the only money I made was off my reoccurring. So I need to start more conversations while I'm working on the content. So I noticed I'm not getting my openers, not getting much responses, but I just heard you on an old Podchat say, well, if your opener says I appreciate you or something like that, it doesn't really induce a response.
Yeah.
So what was I couldn't find what you said. What was a good opener that I could send that will induce a response without being super long message? And then I think that's my first question right there.
I have a follow-up question. How many outbounds are you sending per day right now?
Right now, not as many because I kind of took to heart what you said about content. So I've been pumping out a lot of content, which is good. I put out more content than usual. In my last view. Shout out to Shannon, by the way. I recreated one of your food videos. Got me like 5,000 views yesterday. It's only been 20 hours. That's good for me.
Yep. Love that. Okay. So I want you to write this down. I talked about this at the event at Mastermind Sunday. Write this down. Tweaker mode. Write that down. Tweaker mode. This is a concept I taught. Wendy knows what I'm talking about. She was at Mastermind Sunday. This is what this means, okay? If you guys have a problem in your business, AKA you're not making money, you need to go into tweaker mode until you solve that problem. Tweaker mode means that we do as many things as we possibly can to solve the fucking problem as soon as humanly possible, because I want you to make as much money as possible. That's my goal with you, cute. So like, yes, content, and now we need to violently attack DMs. So it's not one or the other, it's both. How many outbound should you send per day? Every single new follower that comes in, I would be sending an outbound to, as well as the people that are engaging with your content. So it's like as many as you humanly possibly can. What should the actual message say? Hey, Q, thanks so much for the support on my content. Are you here for the nutrition content, or are you enjoying the workout content more? You here for the nutrition content or the workout content?
Okay, I used to use that a long time ago, so I'll go back to that.
And then how many followers are you getting per day, Q?
Not many. Well, lately better, but overall not many.
And like when you say lately better, how many are we talking?
A few a day. Last reel got 5, for example.
Okay, cool. So if another thing that I would experiment with now that you're getting serious about outbounds is finding a reel that is speaking to your avatar and boosting it in front of your avatar for like a very minimal spend. We're talking about like $10 a day to start, because if you can start getting 25 to 30 extra new followers a day from that reel, now we're going to be starting 50 conversations a day. If we're able to start 50 conversations a day, there's no reason why we're not booking a call every day or two.
Yeah, that's definitely my biggest issue is talking to the same audience for the last year. It seems like I went through like my last 30 posts, literally went through like all 30 of them in my stories, 50 of the same names.
Tweaker mode. We have to solve the problem. We got to get more followers and we got to get more conversations out. And the goal is to get more calls in the calendar. As many things as you humanly possibly can do until that problem is solved.
Simple enough.
All right, bro.
I just wanted that message, so thank you.
The analogy is very simple. If you were a drug addict and you wanted to get drugs, how easy would it be to get drugs, Q?
Crackheads are motivated.
What if you have no money and you're a crackhead?
They go get it.
They fucking go get it, right? So go fucking get it. Go get some fucking calls in the calendar.
Most definitely. I'm on it.
All right, bet. Talk soon.
Yes, sir.
Peace. What's up, Arthur? Tell me something good, big guy. How you doing?
What's up, Brian? First call in the 10K, and I'm stoked to be here. A lot of wins this week. I had a deposit and a re-sign on Monday, signed a client this morning. And the big one was I made a content piece where I referenced one of my favorite rock stars, and the band page reposted my reel. So I got a bunch of new followers off that, slaying it.
That's sick as fuck, bro. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm stoked. So my question is onboarding. I had my kickoff call in the 10K with Janelle Wheel yesterday, and she was saying the number one thing for me right now is to focus on having a rock solid onboarding system, and then just creating systems to stay organized with client delivery. I've already improved my onboarding quite a bit. Maybe I'll quickly run through what I'm doing right now. When I sign a client, I send them a welcome email with a PDF. It gets them set up with Trainerize and in the Facebook group. Once they're in Trainerize, I send them a series of 4 onboarding videos that explains the different pillars of the program and what to expect. And that gives me 4 days to build their program and get them started. But yeah, basically right now I have to go back in and kind of redesign my whole onboarding system. Just wanted to get maybe your advice on like what a good onboarding system looks like. Should I have an onboarding week, group kickoff calls, these kind of things?
So what specifically did Janelle tell you to fix with the onboarding?
Just making sure that everything is like dialed in with, well, the one thing that she mentioned was that I should be doing group kickoff calls. My main question is like, let's say I sign a client on a Monday and then on a Thursday. Monday, we'll have worked through his onboarding and he'll be ready to go by Friday. So I'm like writing programs throughout the week. The client on Thursday will be ready to go for the following Monday. So instead of having themed days where I'm writing programs on Wednesday, let's say, I find that I'm having to schedule writing programs in like on almost every day throughout the week. And I'm just wondering if there's a better system for that.
Yeah. So that's a great question. I'll tell you what I did. So I'm like, because I'm like, your onboarding process actually sounds pretty good. So that's what I was confused about. So here's what I did when I was an online coach, Arthur, is I had anybody that I signed throughout the week, I would let them know that their program will be done within 7 days. So that's what I would say to them. The program will be done within 7 days. And then I had a specific day that I would do all of my new client programs on. And so my day was Saturday. It doesn't have to be Saturday. I just did Saturday because I already had a workflow for the week. And then I would just do the new programs on Saturday morning. And then on Monday, I would do the onboarding kickoff call with all the new clients, which basically means if you, like anybody that you sign on Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, they're going to have to wait until next week to get their quote unquote onboarding, which is why I always say your program will be done within 7 days. If I end up signing somebody on Saturday or Sunday, I would just let them know like, hey, just letting you know, like your program will be done. If I sign them on Sunday, I'll be like, your program will be done by this time next week, but I'm going to give you some homework in the meantime so that you can get started. So my system was all my clients that I would sign throughout the week, I would let them know their program will be done within 7 days. On Saturday, I would do all of their programs, send them off to them on Saturday so that they could go Sunday meal prep. And then Monday, I would do an onboarding kickoff call and explain exactly what the program's about, go over expectations and all that stuff.
Okay, cool. So if you sign a client on a Sunday or a Monday, let's say, and they have to wait like a whole 7 days until their program actually starts, that's when I implement the 4 onboarding videos and giving them some homework. Is there anything you kind of do just to keep them warm and excited while they're waiting?
Yeah, I gave them like what I call like, I might still have it in my email. I'll have to take a look. And if I do have it, I'll send it to you after this call. I gave them like a get started guide. So a get started guide, and it would basically be some homework that they had to take care of before their actually program starts, which included going out and buying a food scale, making sure that they had Tupperware containers, making sure that they had, the right stuff to do their cooking with, recommending certain protein powders that I'm going to be putting in their meal plan. So I'd give them a bunch of stuff that they have to go out and do before the actual program starts. That way they're actually in momentum and they're going out and doing stuff while I'm getting the program ready.
Cool. Give them some basic next actionable steps. Cool. And then my other question is like with my onboarding, I've had like 3 or 4 clients in the last month where I've signed on. They've been super excited. We start the onboarding process and then they ghost me. And I've tried like reaching out to them, but they're like kind of stuck midway through the onboarding process. Is that about my onboarding that I need to improve on, or like
so it would have been a great piece of information to know before. So I apologize. Now I might backtrack. Where is it? Is it in the middle of them watching onboarding videos, or where exactly do they get stuck?
Yeah, in the middle of watching the onboarding videos.
Okay. So based on that piece of information, then I might condense the onboarding videos, the 4 onboarding videos into one. I don't like to solve problems unless there's an issue, but if 4 clients in the last month have gotten stuck in the onboarding process, then I might make it smoother, which basically means I might make those 4 videos. Can you make those 4 videos into one video plus a get started guide? Now we simplify the onboarding process. Now they don't feel like they have to do 4 things, because if they're not even into the program yet and they have to watch 4 videos, like I'm just thinking from a consumer perspective, I just want to preface this. If you're listening to this right now, this advice, and nothing's broken with your onboarding, don't go fix shit. Okay. The only reason I'm giving this advice to Arthur, because I know a lot of you guys are like, well, fuck, I need to go redo my onboarding. The reason I'm giving this advice to Arthur is 4 of his clients in the last month have gotten stuck in the onboarding. So just to be super clear. So for you, Arthur, I might condense them into one video, because if there's enough data for us to say that people are getting stuck. If you make those 4 videos and take the most valuable information, make it a 50-minute video, and then once you sign them, you get them to watch the 50-minute video, that's a pretty fucking easy ask. Not to mention, they watch a 50-minute video, and then on that call, you get them booked in for the next step. And the next step is the onboarding kickoff call. So they have something that they're looking forward to in the calendar. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. There's definitely ways I could condense some of the onboarding. So maybe instead of 4 videos, I could just do 2, or I'll find a way to kind of streamline that. Yeah.
Cool. Love that.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro. We'll talk soon. I always have to give context, because I know that the next question that I'm going to get, like, well, I need to redo my onboarding too, because what Arthur just said, I'm like, no, okay, we don't solve a problem until there's an issue. What's going on? Damn it, Danya.
What's up, Brian? How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Tell me something good.
So I had I rolled 3 people over into training, 2 into 6-week challenge, and 1 into one-on-one coaching from my 14-day challenge this week that I did during the conference. So yeah, boom, pretty good win. So I have a weird question, maybe not weird, but I just don't know who else to ask. So I talked to all of you, and all of you were like, you need to work in your client acquisition at the conference. And Janelle, when I got on the call with her yesterday, I was like, okay, I need you to tell me, like, how do I do that without messing? Like, I worked so hard on my deliveries, and now I feel like I'm holding on to the delivery like it's such a great baby, and I have my retention is there. And so how do I do that? And she was like, you need to pull on a support coach. And she said, until you pull on a support coach, we don't have anything else to talk about. So this is my daughter.
Hello.
Brian, Leah, Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So Leah has coached for me before in the past. She has a running background, which is not my avatar, but she was a high school collegiate athlete. She was seated first at the collegiate level for marathoning. I mean, she was just like a really serious athlete. And so she wanted to coach a couple of running clients and to see what she thought about it. And she did great. She understands trainerized. And so I was leaning more toward asking her to be a support coach. Well, fun fact, she worked for a really prominent company here, worked her way up the corporate ladder, was making about $100,000 a year. And she was building up their efficiencies and basically efficiency'd herself out of a position.
Yeah.
I'm really doing that.
So she currently, her job ends in September. So I was going to ask, like, what do you normally, I couldn't find what you guys pay support coach. I could have missed that detail.
Yeah.
In that. And I apologize if I did that. Sometimes I do that, but I wanted to ask her, like, what do you pay them? And then also she actually took her skill set and has started her own company with what she does. So she started her own company where she designs scalable people systems. I wrote this down so I don't mess it up, and corporate experiences that people love. So she basically goes in companies and makes them more efficient and scalable. And that's what she did here.
Yep.
So I would like to offer her interim money as my support coach, but also give her the opportunity to come in and coach with me. But I was wondering how to do that. I know this is more of $1 million mastermind. I apologize.
No, it's okay. Not really, because it's like you're asking the support coach question and we teach that. Okay. So the starting pay, I'll just answer the question directly, is $20 to $25 an hour.
Okay.
And the amount that she'd be working would be like part-time work. So I would say like 10 hours a week to start. Because the goal at your level is like you're making around 10K a month. Like you don't want to be paying somebody $3,000 or $4,000 a month because that's literally 30% of the money that you're making. Yeah. So like for this role, it's a part-time role. And once you bring on a part-time role to help you out with the coaching on the back end, your main focus is like, okay, now the business needs to make more money because you have more time to focus on the front end. So part-time, 20 to 25 bucks an hour, about $1,000 a month.
Okay. Yep. Okay, cool. Can I ask the other question about if she wanted to coach for me, and she specifically coaches running clientele. She coaches marathoners, how to increase their speed, increase their times on races. Like, could we just market her separate and I can put her under my business? Because that's what we did before, but I don't want to misrepresent PT Dom, if that makes sense. I don't want to do anything that doesn't have I don't want it to look like I'm trying to go outside of your box.
No. It's like, I want you to, like, this is your business. I'm just your advisor.
I know, but I want to make sure that I'm honoring your systems. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I would say, like, if what you're suggesting is what we call a subcontract coach. Okay. So a subcontracted coach basically is somebody that is working underneath your business, but has their own brand. And then the split, because it's obviously your business, it's going to be your systems. You've invested in the mentorship. You're going to teach your sales, marketing, blah, blah, blah. The split is 60-40. So she makes 60% of the clients that she signs. You make 40%.
Okay. All right, cool. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I was like, Brian will know. Hey, and I showed up and I asked a question.
I know. I saw that. I love that for us. I love that. Okay. Good to see you, Danya. Katie Smith, what's up? I was talking about you earlier on my Instagram.
Did you post a video of me?
No, I was talking about you to a prospect because they're like, I can't make money with a small following. I'm like, well, this is my client, Katie Smith. How you doing? Tell me something good.
It's actually Smythe too, just so you know.
Oh shit. I fuck people. Tell me some wins.
A win that I've had this week since the event is just applying Harry and Chloe's stories posts. So like going back and like talking about like a previous version of myself. It's like reaching so many people. It's actually crazy. How many people just reaching out like, oh my gosh, that's exactly like me. Or like they see themselves in that story. So that's really fun. And also the part where they taught us like about collecting information on sales calls. Like I was always a note taker, but actually writing down full sentences, it's awesome. I have pages and pages already from this week's sales calls. So that's good. I need to apply them now. And so my question is how to get clients to engage more in the community Facebook group. If you have like any info, I already do monthly giveaways and they're like really awesome giveaways. They're things that I would want to win. But I only ever have like 2 people out of like 30 people.
Yeah. Do you do any sort of group container calls? Like, is there any sort
I don't, but I know that I need to, that's like something I'm going to start doing because
because if you think about like the community on this call, like how many of you guys get value from the 10K? Just drop a yes in the chat. Right. Like but the reason that the community is the way it is because you guys have all seen each other's faces. So like if, Danya was to leave a post in the group, or even when you post in the group, there's going to be people that will comment on it because they've seen your story, they've heard your story, etc. So like you guys must be running group coaching calls at this level. And then for your avatar, Katie, it would be like at a time that would be reasonable for these women. So it's likely going to be not the ideal time for you. It's probably going to be closer to 5 to 6 p.m. because that's when most of these people are going to be off work. But doing a call for 30 minutes to 45 minutes where you're doing like a mindset call or like a Q&A call or doing training, because even if you can get 6 or 7 people to show up to those calls, on those calls, you can like basically ask your people to engage and they will.
Okay.
So that's one thing. Second thing is during your check-ins, when you have a client that has a big win, just telling the client in the response to the check-in, like, hey, I'm so proud of you. I want you to go post in the group and tell everyone that you just lost 3 pounds this week because I want to publicly celebrate you and I want other people to see, you're crushing it. The third thing I would say would be you publicly celebrate people, right? So like if you
do that.
Yeah. So, and then just like making sure that you're encouraging your clients to hype them up. And it's going to take some time, but you basically have to ask people to engage at this level.
Like when I have a new client join, I'm like, everyone welcome so-and-so to the group. There's like one person that likes it. One person might be like, oh, you're in good hands here with Katie. Like that's pretty much it. And I'm like, no, everyone should be hyping this person.
Yeah. But you've got to coach them on how to do that. And the only way you can do that is on coaching calls. Because on coaching calls, you can be like, hey, by the way, whenever a group member joins, they're going to be super nervous. You ladies are crushing it. So do me a favor, take 10 seconds out of your day. If you see the post, love the post, leave a comment, But like right now, they don't perceive the group as valuable, which is why they're not engaging. Otherwise, they'd be engaging, right? So like you need to help them perceive the group as valuable. And the way that you'll do that is by giving them more value, AKA coaching calls.
Right. And then that's like my other question is retention. I asked yesterday with like the checking call with Janelle, but I don't really feel like I got any real value from what she said.
Okay.
Retention is a thing. Like I've never had anyone re-sign. I mean, I just started my coaching business and I feel like everyone's always getting a lot of value from it and everyone's so excited about the results at the end of it. And they're like, I can't wait to do this on my own now. And I'm like, no.
2 things. One, people stay because there's 2 reasons people stay. Guys, write this down. Results and connection.
Right.
That's why people stay. So question number 1, are they getting results?
Yes.
So question number 2, do they feel connected?
Right. Like I feel like they connect with me, but then the group part of it, that's what's lacking, right?
Exactly. I had one of my clients, his name was Maverick. His name's Maverick Willett Online Coaching now.
I love him.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, he was one of my first 5 clients ever. When I first found him, he was making like $2,000 a month. And now he's doing insane numbers. But when Maverick first started with me, he had a massive problem with retention. And for months, I told him to build a Facebook community. He's like, I don't need to build a community. And then finally, after 6 months of listening, he was like, hey, I'm going to build a community. The community massively improved his retention rate because when he started focusing on group coaching calls, group containers, helping the girls engage with each other, all of a sudden they would stick around because they wouldn't want to leave the PT Domination community. How many of you guys feel like that with PT Dom? Raise your hand. You're like, yeah.
I for sure feel like that. Like going to the event and seeing everyone, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool, right?
Yeah. But you have to, so the goal, now that you know that, now that you see it, is to create that with yourself.
Okay.
Yep.
So through group coaching calls and like container calls.
Yep. Group containers. Your number 1 priority is to get that group engaged. That's your definition of success for the next 30 to 45 days.
Okay. And that's like once a week calls or like DIY Body does like once a month calls, but that's probably because they're a way bigger company and everything's kind of like.
Ding. Yeah. Exactly. So like for you, I would say once a week would be the minimum.
Okay.
Minimum. And then another thing I would say is this is a tactical thing. in your check-ins, what are the questions that you ask at the end of your check-ins?
Oh, I have like 20 questions. So I do a check-in every Thursday and there's like 6 questions. And then every second weekend, they get like a full question thing with like at least 20 questions on there. And then I do a Loom video. And so
on the 20 question one, I want you to write down what are your fitness goals for the next 3 months and what are your fitness goals for the next 12 months? Because then you can help them start to paint the picture.
3 months and 12 months.
Yeah, because then you can help them paint the picture. Then when you're doing that Loom video response, you're like, yeah, perfect. So like, obviously we're in the first phase of the program, but like really what I see for you next is like, what I'd love to do for you is a reverse diet and da. Write that down, plant seeds for the future.
Okay, plant seeds for the future.
You can also do that in onboarding, right? So when you onboard a client, do you do kickoff calls?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So on your kickoff calls, language that you can use is you can be like, yeah, so obviously like as you're going through the program and you can be like, most of my best clients end up sticking with me for 6 months to a year. So what we'll do is obviously we're going to get you some amazing results in the program. And if you do decide that you would like to extend, like most of my clients do, then I can actually apply what you initially invested towards a year installment and you're going to, save a significant portion on the year. But first, I want to help you get some amazing results in the first 16 weeks. So first you plant a seed when they come in and then you're planting seeds in those like, check-ins. And then when you go for the re-sign 4 weeks out, they've kind of like, you basically want them to feel like it's their idea.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep, for sure.
Cool.
Okay, that's super helpful. Thank you, Ryan.
Have the best day of your entire life.
You too.
Bye. Don't be surprised if you get some random DMs from strangers because I talk about you a lot. Kelvin.
Hey.
What's up, brother? Tell me something
What's going
good.
on, man? So it wasn't something I was planning for, but last week I was combing through my content and then my wife dropped some bombs on me that gave me a clear picture on my avatar. Immediately, all the like pain language, everything I've been struggling with in my content kind of just like came to my mind. So that's something I've been locked in on too. I'm now planning my content successfully so far, 2 weeks in advance. I'm posting like 4 to 5 times a day.
Oh, damn.
It's some of it's real easy though. Like I have a docu-series, I got my value reel, so that's like connection. I'll do like a minute like talking to the phone in the car, just giving some like opinion shit. And yeah.
I love that for you, brother. That's great.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at there. My question for you. So one of the things I've been trying to do, like I'm still struggling a little bit with my conversion and mostly on the call booking side. And so I've been doing a little bit less outreach because I realized like a lot of the people I was able to book calls with were still really cold. So I'm trying to get prospects who are warmer. And I've been doing a lot of like stories or posts that just trying to get people to raise their hands. And I'm getting people to raise their hands, including like, but I'm not getting them to really respond when I DM. And I'm not sure what that is. Like even people who, if I do just like a straight up 5 guys story and have the poll with I'm in, the people that are hitting I'm in, I'll reach out to them and then they're just like, fuck off.
I want to pause. So what you're saying is you were booking calls with prospects, but you didn't want to continue to book calls with prospects the way that you're booking calls with prospects because they tend to be colder?
Yeah, while I was booking calls, I didn't have a lot of good like show up percentage. And then I wasn't able to make the sales. They were just not good prospects like when I had the calls.
Is the truth with every single one of them, or is that like a
No, other ones I just couldn't close the sale.
Okay. I'm telling you why I'm bringing this up. Okay. Because you can fix the show up problem. You can also fix them being warmer before the call. Those are easy problems to solve. But I like the way that I see it is that you're kind of like, well, I don't want to, I don't want to book calls with these guys because they're not as cold. Who gives a fuck? They're still willing to book a call. I would definitely book the call. So you have a funnel that's working. And so like, even the reason I'm going to say this, Kelvin, is because like in the mastermind, right? In the Millionaire Mastermind, we have like, we teach like retargeting DM ads. And so like retargeting DM ads, if you think about that, like a lot of these people that end up coming in literally have no idea who the fuck the coach is, but they're still willing to book a call. We should definitely still take that call. And our job is to get that call as warm as possible in the duration before the call. And we can do that by continuing the relationship in the DMs. We can do that by like sending a pre-call video. We can do that by like sending the value before the call. There's a fuckload of things that we can do to get them warm before the call. But we should definitely still be doing outreach 100%. Because it's like I do both, right? I do outreach and I do inreach. I'm waiting for people to inbound me. But I don't rely on inbound because if I just relied on inbound, then I would be booking 7 to 8 calls a day. But because I do outreach, I book 15. So it's not one of the
I am still doing outreach, just not as much as I was. Also, my growth has slowed a lot, probably because I'm getting back into, I don't know, my connection content was hitting, but not growing me. Like the audience liked it. I'm trying to post value again. And now that I have this like avatar revelation, I'm like trying to slowly transition my language in the way I'm posting. And
but you can still, are you still doing the connection content that was growing your page?
No, that wasn't growing my page, but it was being received really well. Like people were sending me DMs about it and stuff. And actually it was all like dads. And so that's part of like my new avatar idea.
Are you still doing that connection content?
Yeah, it's every day.
Oh, my boy. So this is the thing is like, bro, it's both. Because if you're posting content to dads now, your content's for dads now, I would boost a reel to dads now, and I would get more dads to your page because all of your content is for dads. Like you're like this close to having, how much did you make last month?
That's 6.2.
You're like this close to a $15,000 a month business. You realize that, right? Like you're fucking.
Like I do. Like I know I'm on this cusp, and I can't seem to break it.
Attack it. Attack it. Don't fucking hold back. Don't do less. Do more. You need to attack. We need to fucking attack. So we need to get a boosted reel going to ads, to fucking dads, fuck dads. We need to attack fucking outreach, and we need to attack inbound. We need to attack all of it because you like now you've got everything set up. You know who your avatar is. You're very clear on the messaging. So now it's like now that you know that, violently attack. Get a boosted reel, 100 outbounds a day minimum, plus focusing on inbound. All of the above.
So a booster, I guess I was thinking about doing that, and then I was like, I felt like I should wait to, because like I'm still transitioning my content. Wait to talk to dads in every piece of content until I actually am.
You want to know why? Because most people that come to your page are going to watch the fucking first 2 videos on your page. That's it. They're not going to scroll through the last fucking 50. They're going to watch the first 2. Maybe. What they'll likely do, because people are lazy as fuck, is they're going to click on your reel and then they're going to look at your profile and then they're going to make a decision on whether or not they're going to follow you. The good news is you have 21,000 followers. So they're going to click on your profile and be like, yeah, I'll follow this dude. Boom. Attack.
Right, so I should, I'm starting speaking directly to dads now. Like, that's it. And
Attack.
I'm going fucking hard talking to everybody.
Attack. $15,000 a month business is literally right around the corner. You need to attack it though. Write that word down. Attack. That's the word. We don't hesitate. Attack.
Violent intention.
Exactly.
Okay.
$15,000, Kelvin.
You know, I want it, man. It's right there. I can
Then
feel it.
Attack it. Then attack it.
All right. I'm going to attack it. Got it.
All right.
I'm on
Go
it.
get it. All right,
Thank you.
You're welcome. Peace out. Johan, tell me something good, bro.
What's going on, Brian? How are you, man?
Best day of my life. What's going on?
Amazing. Yeah, so straight off the event on the weekend, got off course, sold or paid in full. Yeah, just from the training from you and Patty. And then I had booked 2 more calls straight after that and sold them as well. So I was just like, let's fucking go. So it's been really cool.
Hey, we love that.
Yeah, so thanks for that, man. It was just like a few of the pieces that you said and what Patty said just kind of like got put together, and I was like, so the call was midnight my time and ended at 8 a.m. my time, and then both those calls were around 10 a.m. like the next day, and I just stayed up and I just did them, and I was just like, just use the energy to fucking get me through, and then I went to bed.
I like that attitude, bro. It's the funny thing about mine and Patty's speech, we didn't fucking collaborate beforehand. And there was so many fucking synergies in both of our speeches. The funny part is we didn't even talk about it beforehand. And I was watching his shit. I was like, that's fucking hilarious, dude. So funny.
Yeah. Because I heard yours and then his, and I was like, yo, it just connected. And then I used all of that on the call, and I was like, oh, that's sick. So thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
I'm glad it worked. That's dope.
Thank you. And I reckon I'll be hitting a record-breaking month this month as well if everything goes to plan. So that's dope. Cool. That. Question just for you is, so I'm transitioning my check-ins. I know you said group calls are the best, but for my guys, it's not really the best option. So
your avatar. Yeah.
Trying to go away from the video calls to more voice notes, just so I can attack them quicker and I'm not having to be camera ready, so to speak. So I'm doing that, and then also getting them off their meal plans a little bit quicker as well. So doing 2 major changes. I heard you've said in the past that if you're doing a change, then you need to obviously do a value add. Just wondering, like, what can be the value add in this case? Because I'm obviously taking kind of things away to give me more time, but also to give clients more time as well. But how can I say that to them without saying that? If that makes sense.
The voice notes is easy. The voice notes is like, hey, what's going on, guys? So I just wanted to send this out because a lot of you guys are extremely busy and you're on the go and you might not have, the space to just sit down and watch a video. So I literally wanted to make this easy as hell for you. So you can just listen to this while you're like fucking going on your washroom break, or while you're like, while you're driving in the car, just to be able to play the voice note and like listen to exactly what I'm saying. So I'm going to be sending voice notes now to make your lives easier so you can receive my feedback faster. Hope you're having the best day of your entire life. The feedback will still be as valuable, but it'll be in a voice note instead of a video. Done. For the meals, walk me through your thought process with the meal plan and tell me exactly what's happening.
All right. So generally they get updated meal plans every single week for 16 weeks, the first 60 weeks. And then I try and get them onto more like macronutrient coaching and things like that. But
I'm finding obviously by like week 8, even by week 10, like they kind of generally know exactly what they need to do. And then they start to ask like, oh, can I have things from like the previous weeks? So I'm constantly like, I'll make it, and then I got to go and like readjust it for them. So I want them to be a bit more in control of obviously like their eating, right?
Yeah. So like
Um,
the language around that is like around week 8. You're like, hey guys, so like my goal is to teach you guys self-sustaining habits so that by the time we work together, if we work together for 16 weeks, 6 months, or a year, by the end of our time together, you know exactly what to eat to stay in shape and you can keep yourself on track. So around the week 8 mark, I'm going to teach you guys to start substituting some of your meals. And I'm going to encourage you to substitute some of your meals with some of the meals that you've had in the past. That way you guys will have the awareness of knowing what to do once you're done the program.
okay, perfect. Love that.
Cool.
Sweet. And just one last favor, man. When you're sick, what are some of the, so I'm a bit unwell at the moment. Well, what are some of the affirmations and stuff that you yell at yourself in the house and in the bed? Like I've heard you say that before. I just want to do them as well, man, because I just want to get better.
Bro, I actually, so I do that, but I also like, if I'm feeling sick and I need to recover, I'm like, I give myself space, brother. I give myself space. So like there's like with the new awareness that I have, I'll give myself the space. I have done that in the past where I'm like, I'm not sick. But with my new awareness, I would much prefer to give myself the space that I need to feel the way that I need to feel so that I can get back to 100% as fast as possible.
Well, it's it's 4 a.m. here. Can I go back to bed then after this? And
yes, you fucking can, bro.
All right, thanks.
Talk soon.
Thanks, bro.
You're welcome, bro. Hack 10, what's good?
There are 2 wins. Number 1 is my AI DM setter is rocking. I did a 10-day holiday, and when I came back, my MRR was higher than when I left.
That's great.
And the second win is we tested something and it worked, and I wanted to share it with everyone. We took our most viral 3 educational content, reel, made a carousel and shared it as a carousel, and it's crushing. It's bringing thousands of followers. And we pinned it. First line, DM me this for coaching, and everyone is DMing.
That's great. I love that. That's a good fucking idea.
So the question is, right now we are starting 3 new conversations a day with new followers, but we are not really picking who might be a high intent lead. And my question for you is, if you were me, would you reduce the volume and increase the intent, or would you keep going the same?
That's a great question. How many calls are you booking per day right now?
Per week, I can say 15 to 20.
15 to 20. That's a pretty fucking good number. Here's what I would say is there's not a direct answer other than, do you find a lot of the conversations that you're starting? I'll tell you how I think through it so that you can help, so that you know how to make these decisions. The conversations that you're starting, are you guys starting a lot of conversations with people that have like no profile picture, or are they mostly people that are fitting your avatar?
We start with everyone, because most Muslim women don't have profile picture. They want to
Understood. Based on that information, I would start a conversation with everybody. I wouldn't change, because it's like that piece of data that you just gave me, like you won't know if somebody's a good lead or not, because if you're saying that most Muslim women won't have a profile picture, then you won't know who's an actual good lead or not. So with that piece of data, I wouldn't change anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll just keep rocking. Okay. And the second question is, since we got married with Naja, we started to share some couple content to do connection stuff. And I guess we are connecting too well that the intent of the followers that we get is a little bit diluted, because the couple content gets a lot of views, and our new conversation to booking rate reduced.
Interesting.
So how would you go with that? Do you think that's a net, that can be a net positive in long run, or shall we reduce that type of content?
I have a question for you. What's your conversion rate on your sales calls? Has it gone up or down?
The close rate, I would say pretty similar.
Okay. So here's my thing on like the reason I think that posting connection content is a valuable thing to do is it humanizes Naja and it makes her not an influencer. It makes her a person. Now the frequency in because like everybody's account is different, right? So if you think about somebody like Trent Harrison's account was built off of grocery store videos and stuff like that. So how much he posts, he still posts connection content, Hack 10, but like he'll post one connection content piece per week where the rest are like the content style that grows his account, that goes viral, blah, blah, blah. So like my advice to you would be, it's still a valuable part of the ecosystem because I think it humanizes her and makes people more likely to trust and want to do business with her. But I also think that maybe with her account specifically, because she's extremely viral in the niche that she's in, with her account specifically, maybe we reduce the frequency of how much we post connection content. But I will die on the hill saying that connection content is a very valuable piece of the formula.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Thank you for the answers.
You're welcome, brother. Congratulations on your recent success. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Peace. Chris G, tell me something good. Welcome to 10K Mastermind, bro.
Let's fucking go, dude. So legitimately, as soon as I joined the mastermind, got sick as a motherfucker. So I feel what Lucy was saying. And so I sent a message out to all my clients like, hey, it's going to take me a little bit longer. I'm traveling home, but great news. I just leveled up in my business. I'm about to bring a next fucking level of value to everybody. And they all grouped up and sent me like congrats fucking cards and videos and then all this shit that's apparently changed their life since I started working with them that I haven't heard yet. So I'm on fucking fire. Business has been literally just my retention rate's 97% right now. Nobody's dropping off and re-signs in the 80s. So we're fucking crushing it right there, dude. I feel like I don't have to do anything and we just keep going.
Let's go.
It feels fucking awesome. Literally to like piggyback off what Johan's saying, dude, I'm fucking dead right now. I have a pile of medication next to me. It's awesome. But I promised I was going to show up to every call. That was my commitment. So we're fucking here. And to kind of condense the questions that I have right now, coming into this higher level, I'm learning so much shit about systems that I never fucking even thought about. I was just nose to the grindstone, let's make money. So is it a bad idea for me to like push lead gen and DMs to the back burner, not fucking completely get rid of it, but tone down the volume on that while I'm building out my systems, my onboarding, my calendar and all that so I can get everything set to bring more people in the future?
Yeah. So yes, it's a bad idea. The way what I'll say is like, I have a concept I call eat the frog, Chris, and you probably heard me talk about this before on the podcast, which basically means right now. So like lead gen and content for you is become a little bit easy in the sense that you don't really have to think about it to do it. Correct or incorrect?
Lead gen, yes. Content still a bitch, but we're working on it.
Okay. So like because of that, like it becomes more of an automatic thing for me. Getting on coaching calls and coaching you guys, I can do that shit with my eyes closed. Like I could be like dead tired, fucking wanted to die. I could show up to a coaching call and I'm still going to be the best version of myself. Whereas like there's certain things in the business that I'm doing that I'm still learning. Like, so the things that I'm still learning, I fucking attack that first thing in the morning when I'm fresh at energy. And then I'll do my regular shit throughout the day. So my advice to you is not to slow down on the things that are generating you revenue, but instead, when you organize your calendar so that the first hour of your day you spend attacking the thing that you need to learn. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
So yeah, fucking onboarding all that shit because I don't even have like a fucking onboarding system that I've changed since like 2020. It's been the same shit. So I knew as soon as Janelle attacked that, I'm like, all right, that has to be completely redone. All right. Second thing, I went through the modules and I'm like trying to literally learn, implement faster than I've ever fucking done. Tweaker mode like a motherfucker right now. So one of the things that I learned that I'm like, all right, I kind of already do it, but you guys taught it differently is the vision, like the vision video. I've heard you speak about it, but obviously I wasn't in here, so I never learned it. And I just wrote out the longest fucking vision that I could think of, like as in depth as possible. So now you guys want me to like film this vision video 6 months from me for now?
Yep. And then that's the one you listen to every day. So like I have my like long-term vision, like you've got it written out. And then I also have my fucking 90-second version that's saved in my favorites in my phone. And then every day I listen to this version. Because like even the concept that I talked about with Daniel at the start of this call, like if every day I'm listening to the vision of like 15 years from now, it feels far away. And so it's hard for me to imagine achieving that. But like if I'm listening to a vision that's like 6 months away, it feels like I'm literally right there. So it's easier for me to see myself doing that. So you can have the long-term vision that you'd like to go to, but I also want you to have a shorter version that you're like going after immediately.
Gotcha. That's fucking fire. Do I have time for one more?
Yep.
All right. So I'm rebuilding my whole battle calendar. Literally, Cole told me to throw a grenade in it, scrap it, fucking rebuild it. And as I was doing it, I think it was Janelle was like, hey, take 2 full fucking days off. But I don't have a support coach. I don't have a VA. Like I'm a fucking little baby, just right out of here. So is it a bad idea to take 2 fucking like full days out of DMs, out of like message sweeps, out of DM sweeps with them? Because I feel like too many fires can build up at that point.
You ask him for my advice?
Yeah.
My advice is I take one full day off. On Saturdays, I still do like work in the morning. Always.
That's
Oh,
what feels better to me because once I get somebody in, cool, they can fucking handle the fires on the weekends. But right now, like I want to make sure everybody, like my retention rate just got to this level. I'm not trying to fucking kill it.
Yeah, I always work on Saturdays, and Sundays are my full day off. You'll never catch me on Sundays, but Saturdays you'll catch me.
Damn right. All right. Love it. Appreciate it.
Okay. Appreciate you, bro. Talk soon. Peace out. Go rest. Wendy, I know that you were next and you dropped off. I was paying attention. Nick, sorry, brother. Wendy was ahead of you and she fucking dropped off the face of the planet and got moved to the back of the line. I see shit. I see everything. What's up, Wendy?
Hi. Yes, it was good to be at the event and just to level up. I'm super ready for that. So I'm trying to implement everything that I can, basically. Even though I'm still traveling, I'm still stuck in Canada, but I am locked in. Like I'm working from the cafes, which is really nice. But that being said, like my retention is super low. And then I haven't booked any call the last month, like in August. And then I'm at my lowest like month money-wise as well. So I totally feel what Lucy said, like when we kind of like invest into ourselves, we kind of hit the rock bottom as well. But I'm not giving up. So that's why I'm here. I made a commitment to actually show up on the calls as well. So I am building a new calendar because I have quite nice Airbnb. So I definitely want to do more like a content in the kitchen and stuff. So I'm just wondering like how can I schedule the valuable posts? Because I know like on Sunday it's the connection post where I'm gonna be more vulnerable. I'm also thinking like how can I be more vulnerable in those connection posts because I feel like I'm always repeating myself. So I definitely want to book more calls and still, have amazing content and stuff like that. So I'm just like trying to figure out what to do when it comes down to the content because I know it's supposed to be value. So I have some workout tips. I do have some like nutrition tips. Now I want to do like a reaction reels as well and connection posts. But I'm just like, there's so much.
Okay. So I'm going to pause. What content style works on your page right now?
Connection posts.
Connection posts. So those are the posts that tend to perform the best.
Yes. Like I always have like a lot of comments and a lot of likes as well. But the thing is like when I'm traveling and then posting the connection post, then I feel like everything else is kind of like dropping. So I'm just trying to like balance it out.
So connection posts are the posts that you do that are easy for you.
They're quite easy actually.
Yeah. So for the connection post, here's what I want you to do in terms of your connection post that will make your process easier and better is I want you to sit down with a journal and just write out like a journal, Google Doc, whatever. And just, I want you to think back to like 10 years ago, Wendy, and start like ask ChatGPT to give you like 20 to 30 questions that you can answer about your past. And then just like answer all these questions in a document. And now you'll be able to pull off little references about yourself that you can start telling stories about. So now you've got a document that you can use for connection content. In terms of the value content, I would identify the content style that's performing the best on Instagram right now. For fitness content, I would likely say it's either split screens or character videos. Like character videos would be like where there's two people in the video, one person's giving another person advice.
I want to try that actually.
Yeah, so like I think you should because I think it performs really well.
So I'm planning this for Friday.
Yeah, so that would be my value content, and then obviously proof content's easy. So I don't think anything's wrong. I think that if I were you, I'd be focusing. Obviously, retention is an issue, and we will focus on retention, like because you've got clients in the program, But like right now, if you haven't booked any calls, like the tweaker mode would be focusing on front end acquisition 100%. Front end acquisition would be the number one focus for me.
I actually used what Katie said at the presentation because my VA is sending DMs, like she's sending like 100 DMs, but she hasn't booked anything. So I actually asked her, instead of like teaching her what to do, I asked her what we can actually improve. And she wrote me like a huge messages. She was like, we can improve this and this and this. And I'm like, yeah, perfect. So let's do it. So now we're going to be tweaking basically what she will be sending out to those prospects. And then we will not be focusing on my targeted niche, like the expats in Prague, but we will be focusing more like general females just to see if it's going to work better.
Cool. I love that.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Good to see you.
You too.
Bye, Wendy.
Bye.
Hello, Nicholas. Good day, Nicholas.
How we doing today?
I'm doing absolutely amazing, brother. Tell me some wins.
Well, first off, the event, the virtual, even on the virtual, like I was like hyped, dude. I was like deleting my calendar. I was deleting shit. I'm like looking at my systems. I got notes out my ass, and I tell you what, it's I'm not missing that next time. So the next event, I'm there. I don't give a shit, passport or not, wherever it's at, I'm there, matching mine. I don't give a shit. I'm there. I don't give a. It is what it is. So
about time.
So this is the thing, right? So this is the thing.
Did you watch my presentation, Daniel?
So I didn't watch the presentation because I didn't get the email until late. There was an error. Technical error. I won't call you out, but I had a technical error.
Respect.
Your VA got me, so we got in there. But that's besides the point. The win is that me not having any in-person clients. Holy shit! I didn't realize the weight that is lifted off of my shoulders, because now all the things that we've talked about, all the things that we've ever talked about with the just the education, the trainings, yes, I got notes, yes, I'm implementing the best that I can, but now that I don't have that burden on me, I feel like I'm just getting so much more shit done. And I can actually see, except you challenged me last week about focusing on the vision, I want you to look at the vision and figure out what the vision was, and I was like, damn, it's a little cloudy because I didn't have a. But now I'm seeing it, and I'm seeing it from the messages, I'm seeing it from the content, I'm seeing it from the what's possible, and I feel like I'm kicking some ass over here, and I'm really happy, and it's got me in a good place. So what that brings me to I got 2 questions for you. They might be 3, we'll see. The first one is, now I need some, and I guess we just talked about systems, but I need some better systems. I know we talked about this earlier, is now that things are starting to go a little bit better, I need to work on my systems, but I just don't know which one I need to work on as a project.
Explain.
And I'm curious.
Explain. What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
So what I have going really good for me right now, and I guess I can kind of, is my ManyChat strategy. I got my people programmed to keyword anything that I say, their keyword and that keyword. And so my follow-up with that, I need a better strategy with that, because people are collecting guides like Pinterest recipes and they're not doing shit with them. And I need to be able to hey, what's going on with this? What are you doing? And I need a better strategy.
Okay. Do you have a CTA in the guide and a CTA attached to the resource?
I do, yes.
And then are you concerned about what to do with those specific people?
So a lot of them will get the guide, and then I'll do something like, hey, I don't know if you got the guide, can't trust technology, ha ha ha. And they're like, oh, I got it. And then I'll start the conversation from there. But then the people who hit me with the keyword, I say comment core 5 for details, right? And we've yelled about this, that we're not selling the program. So I switched that around, that we're selling the call. But then I say, hey, can I ask a few questions, see if I can help? Ghost, gone. And I'm like, do I need to change this? Do I need to change the message? Do I need to change
I would change the message. Maybe try, thanks so much for replying. Are you currently on a fitness journey right now or looking to get one started? So that's why I'm like, the word system low key kind of annoys me. Not because it's not true, but because sometimes it's just a small tweak,
Mm-hmm.
So that's why when you're like, I need to change my systems, I'm like, do we need to change the system or do we need to make a small tweak? So that's the invitation, is I'm always looking for the smallest possible lever that I can pull that's going to lead to the largest possible outcome. That's leverage, in an online coaching business. So I'm looking for the small lever. So if the biggest 2 thoughts, thought number 1 is, if people are, I don't chase people that download my free shit that don't really reply. The only way to do that effectively, Nick, is to have a virtual assistant do that for you. But right now we're not making $15K a month. So I don't really think hiring a VA makes logical sense. So for me, it's if I were you, I would only be focusing on people that were applying to the CTA and people that DM me the keyword. Those people that are downloading the free guide, I would only be focusing on if I had extra time. And when I was going into those leads then I had extra time, I wouldn't be surprised if out of 100 people that I messaged, only 15 of them got back to me. Does that make sense?
Okay. So maybe I was setting my expectations of people answering, you're taking my shit, you're messaging me all the time, but you ain't going to reply.
Bro, how many of you fucking guys did that to me before you signed up? Every fucking ManyChat, every fucking ChatGPT prompt, every fucking resource that I had, all my, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's I'm not how dare you download my shit and not fucking messing me back about my program. You just gotta give. Let people warm up on their own time.
Okay, so give them their own time, because that's the thing. I feel like I give so many guides, I give so much value that I'm like, why are you leaving me on red? You know what I mean?
Because they don't give a fuck about your program.
That's exactly
it. They don't give a fuck. You know. So I don't want to chase somebody that doesn't give a fuck. I want to talk to people that give a fuck. And if I'm gonna optimize, I'm gonna optimize my system for the people that are actually DMing me hey, coaching. That I need to optimize. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think that's where I need I realized, because I was talking to Janelle yesterday, and this kind of piggybacks off of that question, is that it was the follow-up game. I think my mindset in going into today's DM strategies that I was always looking at DMs as like, I'm trying to book the call, make the sale today. Like, I'm trying to make some money. I'm trying to get them. But Janelle was telling me all of her money is really made in the 30 to 60 to 90 days after follower. And it kind of just blew my mind that like, oh shit, I'm looking at this game completely wrong. And so that's where I came with systems of like, that's when I look at like, okay, so now that I actually got this time, it's not just sending 75 DMs just to clear the number of 75 DMs. It's 75 DMs that are brought up intentionally to who. And I think that's where I'm missing where I need to like spend my time there.
So again, that's a good point. Maybe you do, instead of doing 75 new conversations, you do 35 new conversations and 35 resparks. And a respark is where you scroll back into the inbox and you're literally like scrolling through to find a conversation. You're like, hey, Daniel, I haven't checked up on you in a while. How's your fitness journey been since we last talked? Scroll back. Right. And like, dude, I'm easy. Like I'm telling you, when I say I'm easy, I'm looking for the easiest possible pathway to success. So I don't have a system where I'm like, these are the people that I'm going to message on this specific day. I literally just scroll my Instagram inbox.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be complex.
Okay. So maybe I'm making it a little bit more complex than it actually needs to be.
Simple scales, brother. Especially when you have an audience. Simple scales. What's your next question?
So that's my last question is, now that the audience is growing, I lose a lot of people. Part in the messages.
Part of the game.
Is it a lead tracking thing, or is it that's just part of the game?
It's part of the game. It's like, do your very best. Like my goal is like not to be perfect. My goal is to get better. So like as your audience grows, it's natural that you're going to lose people. And like, you just can't be upset about that. And like the solution is that, how much money are you making?
Right now we are at 8K. Our revenue's at 8K right now.
Okay, so get to 15K as soon as humanly possible so we can start hiring people, and then you won't miss anyone.
That's literally my goal. I'm trying to get there by the end of the year because I want to be able to get into the next version of the program.
I agree. So do your very best when you're doing your resparks to find all the people that were missing.
Okay.
And understand that even when you do that, you're still going to miss some people, and don't be upset about that. That's part of the game.
Part of the game. Cool. I'm going to miss them, and they can come back whenever they see an offer. So
exactly.
Screw them. All right. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. We'll talk soon. Peace. Hello, Daniel. Tell me something good, brother.
All right, mate. I went live for the first time, and that was fun, wasn't it? Thanks to you, because you made Janelle do this 30-day challenge thing, and now she's making me do it. So
great.
That's nerve-wracking.
I love that.
All right. On that, mate, I did it today for the first time. I'm not going to lie. I buckled after like 2 minutes, and I'm like, I got nothing to talk about. I'm abandoning ship sort of thing. Like I didn't like just turn it off, but I was like, anyway, just kept going. What do you do with the first, say, 20, 30 seconds when people are jumping in? If I start talking, you know what I mean? If no one's there, the people are jumping in and be like, what's he talking to, sort of thing. Like,
so go live. I'll literally go live and I'll be like, what's going on, guys? I'm just going to wait for a few people to tune in. Hope everyone's having a great day. What's going on? Sarah, what's up? Jenny, what's up? Johnny, what's up? Hope you're doing amazing. Okay. What's going on, Sarah? Hello. We're going to be talking about macros today. Macros. What's going on, guys? Okay. How you doing? Macros. That's right. And then just talk to people as they join. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Just talk to people. Don't overthink it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I'll give you another hint. I'll give you another hint. So like another thing you can do is like write down questions to ask yourself. Go to ChatGPT and be like, give me 10 fitness questions I can ask myself. Here's my avatar. And then as people are coming in, you can just pretend you got questions. Like, yeah, I got a bunch of questions before the coaching, before the live stream started. So I'm actually going to answer these for you. So the first question that I got, bam. And now you're just answering your own questions.
I like that one. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Next thing is super quick, man. Look, I'm realizing that I'm falling in the thing of I'm always trying to beat the last month. So last month was a good month. I got like 14.5K. I was almost at my record at 15. But this month, I got to just be realistic. My lead funnel was pretty much broken. Remember how we were saying? I was just like, I've been trying to find a new one. So my ads, my follower ads, like they were bringing nothing. I had to just turn the ads off literally 4 days ago because I was spending like $140 a week and I was getting like 3 followers a day. It was rubbish.
Yeah.
So fixing that up now. But how do you go about it when it's like I'm always trying to beat previous months, but I know there's too many gaps in my system to beat it. So I obviously got to get on top of content and that sort of stuff instead of just relying on outreach because I'm running out of people to message, as in because I'm only getting like 3 or 4 a day. And there's only so much I can backtrack with my small community.
Both. So the answer is both. It's like Like your goal, here's your goal. All right. Like, I don't know what you're doing with your time, but if I had your business, what I'd be doing with my time is I'd be fucking figuring out 2 to 3 reels that I could run that would be boosted to my avatar, and I'd be fucking around with those as soon as possible. And then I would also be violently attacking content. So I'd be doing both. In terms of like write this down, focus on the process, not on the outcome. Write that down. The process is figuring out the follower ad and getting better at content. If you do those 2 things, the outcome's going to be there. So like, I don't care if I beat my record every single month, as long as I improve my business every single month. That's the frame. I don't care if I beat my record as long as I improve my process, because I know that if I improve my process, eventually I'll beat my record. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's just hard if I can get it out of my head. You know, I'm
I
a
get it. I
competitive
get
guy
it.
with my phone.
And you get hungry too, because you're like, I want to fucking record. But it's like the realistic, you know, it's going to be implied. Even if you guys think about like go look at Apple stock as an example. If you look at Apple stock did not go. Any stock on the history of the planet goes do. So you have to like, that's how I view business. You know, I just zoom out, look at business as like do. As long as
and I'm literally looking at it right now.
Right. You're like looking at it like this.
Like even my low month that I'm thinking this week will be, I'm still probably going to hit 10K. So it's like my low isn't that low, but
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just like
the goals are the higher and the lows are higher too.
Done. All right, done. Easy. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Much love. We'll talk soon. Peace. Yadira, what up?
Hello. How are you?
Amazing. How are you?
We are not having the greatest day, but I'm trying to kind of like stay afloat. So this is all part of like my question. I kind of feel like I'm in the same boat of like what Lucy and Quincy was saying. Definitely specifically more so what Quincy was saying of like ever since I joined right when I joined the 10K, I had like my highest month. And prior to that, I was averaging like 5 to 6K. And now like last month I barely made over 4, and like this month I'm barely over 3 so far. And so like business is not doing good at all. Things are going left and right, and like clients dropping. Like, and it's all I've been noticing like which type of clients is from. It's all like my monthly clients specifically that are like randomly dropping, or I'm having trouble re-signing. I'm having trouble getting qualified leads. Like it's literally like in all directions things are going left. And so content as well is not doing as well as it was before. Like, and then I think like more recent, or I heard you say like tweak it and try to fix things. So that's what I've been trying to do. Like I've been in the last like couple of weeks, I've been really doubling down on like getting DMs and trying to start leads, but like the leads aren't good. I feel like I keep having like high schoolers or people like fresh out of like college or stuff like that more recently, or like in the past 2-3 days, which I'm getting some good conversation started from it. I went through my entire like everybody. I had like since I've started like my type form of coaching applications, I've had like over 100 responses, but I've definitely haven't signed 100 people from there. So I shamelessly went in and I didn't even DM. I was like, you know what? I need to make money. So I text all of them. So I was texting all of them, and like I haven't gone through all of them. I've probably done like 50 so far, and I've gotten a couple of conversations going from there. And I believe I've sent out like 2 or 3. I want to say like 3 of my call link. They just haven't booked yet, but the conversations are at least starting. But all that to say, things are not going well, and I don't know what to do. I'm trying to stay like afloat, but like I need money, and I also need to I'm trying to stay like encouraged. I'm trying to stay on the high of the event, because I do feel like I learned a lot and I'm implementing a lot, and like I feel good from everything that I learned, but things are just not working in these last 2 months. And so like I'm really struggling in my business.
Girl, you got I need to fucking give you some loving. You're like on some shit. Like, what are we doing? So who's your avatar?
My avatar is busy. It kind of just happened like busy moms, busy women.
Busy women who?
Specifically like busy professional women. It kind of came out like more towards busy moms, which is why I like put moms in there, because I kind of just like attracted busy moms. And so 90% of my clients are like busy moms specifically.
90% of your clients are busy moms.
Yeah.
So like produce the Batwing arms.
Batwing arms just running on the treadmill every day. So I'm gonna need you to grab this attachment, lock in with me, baby girl. I'm gonna give you 2.
I have a couple things to say. So first things first, everybody write this down. If you're not booking calls, there's no other fucking problem in your business that matters more than that. 0. If you're not booking calls, the only problem that matters is booking calls. Everything else is completely fucking irrelevant. So like all the other stuff that's like not working in your business, literally let those fucking fires burn. Everything else is fucking irrelevant. You're not making money. Everything else is not a relevant problem. The only thing that matters is booking calls. The good news is like, dude, your content is actually fucking doing pretty good. So like there's definitely calls in this account. 100%, no questions asked.
Which is why I'm like struggling, because I'm like, I know, and I'm still getting a decent, even like last month I had like a moment where there was a lot of like family stuff going on, and so I couldn't post as frequently. And so I wasn't even posting as much, and I was still getting anywhere between like 20 to 100 new followers a day from just like old old videos. And so I'm like messaging all these people, and I'm like, I don't know like what's going on either. Like kind of I don't know who said this, but I was like, I kind of feel like I'm also losing some people through trying to like through the audience growing. And so like I'm trying to find different ways to make sure that I remember when you did like the call with Janelle, or the masterclass with Janelle, of like DMs and trying to get the clients, and I'm like trying to make sure that I'm staying within like the 15 minutes of when they write to me, so that I won't lose them when they're still hot. And like I don't, which is why I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. And I'm trying to stay positive. I'm trying to keep telling myself it's all working out.
What are you doing? Like, how much are you in your DMs?
A lot. Like a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
So,
I want to, and I've been doing more like in this past month per se, when things started going kind of like left in my eyes, or things were just not going as well. I started focusing more on like in my DM, started focusing more on like follow-ups versus like new conversations. So this is when I was like hitting up anybody who responded to a CTA in the past and that I didn't book, or like comments didn't book, like conversations that kind of just fell off, restarting those up.
I want to pause you. So like this is the style of content I want to see more from you. How many of these old videos do you have?
I have a lot.
I want you to get a bunch of these videos, and this is like every second day I want you to post something like this.
Okay.
The before and after transformation. Because like one thing I'm seeing in your content, so like you've got the value in your content, which is super clear. I can see a lot of value in your content, so that's not the issue. So you can keep posting this stuff. But there's a lot of how-to content. But where's the stuff where I'm like, oh, you're demonstrating a transformation?
Which is, I try to like, or I've been recently trying to like add more to like my, like talk about more of my story, because that was something that Cole had mentioned to me as well. Like dialing in onto like my transfer. Once he saw like my transformation pictures, he was like, you should be dialing in on that. And so I guess I might be like struggling just with like ways of how to, I guess, not be repetitive. I do also know, like from just like the history, I know that my specific transformation posts are what's gotten me the most clients. Like
Yeah, so
I just don't know how to do it in a way that it's not repetitive.
Pause. Write this down. Be repetitive.
Okay.
Like the goal is not to not be repetitive. The goal is to be fucking repetitive. Like once I find a content style that pops, I'm super repetitive. So like I'll show you this. I'll show you the first one that I posted. So first things first, this video, never post on Instagram again without turning on these 6 settings. I've done this video probably fucking 6 times now. Every time I do this video, it goes viral. Same thing with you guys have seen me do the I need to think about it 7.5K deal closed. This video is fucking crushing. So I'm repetitive as fuck with it. I've done, how many of those videos have I done now? There's one right here. One right here. There's another one right here. And there's another one further down. There's one right here. And there's another one. I've done like 4 of them. I know I did another one too. You need to be repetitive, you dear. Like,
so if I'm posting about like 1 to 2 times a day, how you said like every other day, do one of those?
100%. Yes. And find a different way to emotionally connect to the story, because like that's what's going to sell people. Because as an example, like if you can put that in all your content, dude, like you can literally be like, number one reason.
You can see results if your first and your last rep look like this.
So like you could literally, the first 3 seconds of this video could be like you, the way that you used to look in the gym. And then it clips to you being like, the reason I couldn't see results in the gym when I was training is because my reps used to look like this. You know what I'm saying? Give me every second fucking video. Whereas like when people see this video, they're not going to necessarily emotionally connect to this because they don't fucking understand this. But if like this video starts with you like overweight, fucking walking up to the camera, and then it shows you deadlifting heavy as fuck, boom. Like I don't see a lot of transformation in your content. And because I don't see a lot of transformation in your content, you're not going to get a lot of people that are reaching out about coaching. You need to see.
Now that actually made a lot of sense with sprinkling it into my value. That gave me a lot of like off the top of my head, kind of like ideas that I can start to work with.
Do you have any old videos of you eating?
That I don't, but I do have like because I joke around and say this all the time. Like I was a bird during my fitness journey, so I used to just post everything. And so like I have like just a lot of videos of me early on working out, or like early on like trying to figure things out, I would say. But it wasn't like necessarily of like me eating like unhealthy foods or things like that. Which is why I posted that video of me drinking, because I used to drink a lot. That was like my biggest thing. I used to drink a lot, and so I have a lot of videos of like my party days or like my
I don't necessarily think that's super valuable to post all the time. That's like a once a week thing, because you don't want to attract people that are getting fucked up all the time.
Which is why I was like, I didn't really want to. I just kind of posted it more in the sense of like how far my journey has gone.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. So that's a connection piece of content once a week. What I'm saying is like the transformation content needs to be a fuckload more.
Okay.
You start posting the transformation content a fuckload more, you're going to start getting a lot more people replying to your DMs because they're going to see themselves in your content.
Okay.
The number one thing that I made, so you know who this girl is? Heather Wilk came to me literally 6 months ago with the same problem. She was like, I'm like having a really hard time, like really hard time, like getting clients for my content, blah, 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 blah. The number one thing I told her to start doing is more transformative content. And that's the number one thing that Heather started doing is more transformative content. She actually gotten away from her right now. I haven't talked to her in a little bit, but even stuff like this is the stuff that signs our clients. When people can see the transformation, people need to be able to visibly see a transformation in your story. Transformative content. You need to have transformative content, especially with a page like yours. Like your page is kind of like more like personal brand vibe. Like that's kind of the vibe that I get from your page. Like women are following you because they like you. So like when you've got a page like yours, you need to show transformation. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I definitely get it.
Look how frequently she's doing it now. It's like every second or third. You know what I mean? This is the stuff that signs her clients.
All right, I haven't posted today. That's going to be my post for today.
This is the stuff that signs her clients. It's transformative content. Literally that one change, she came to a call 3 weeks later and she's like, yeah, I figured it out. And I was like, I know.
Okay. And so with this type of content, like with more transformative, like should I be asking kind of in like the caption every single post or every other couple? Like how often should I ask?
At every second post.
Okay.
Every second post. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As much as humanly possible.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then I do have just a very quick question just because I kind of got this right on the
I will also say don't take your eye off this problem until it's fully solved. This is the only problem you focus on.
I will. I mean, I have been. That's why I'm like, I've been trying to get my calls. Like, I've been trying to increase like how many calls I'm booking. But
let the other fires burn is what I'm saying.
All right, yeah, because I have been trying to like not pay attention to too much of like, or not trying to pay too much, but you're right. I have been paying too much attention to some other things, but this has been my biggest priority. So I can kind of let those other things burn. But really quickly, because this kind of message came on right while we were speaking, might as well ask really quick. So I'm in the middle of it, or I was having this conversation right now, and I asked like this person, like, what's the biggest challenge they're having to lose weight and create a healthier lifestyle? That was their goal. And they were like, specifically like consistency. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Being able to afford trainers or gym memberships can be a challenge, and actually making the time to do those things has been a challenge as well. So how would you respond to that?
I would just try to give her some free value because she just told me she had the money for a program.
That's what I figured, but I was just like, I didn't know. I guess because I'm in this space where I'm like, I'm just trying to book calls, or I'm like, I don't know if I should try to milk it or just kind of like let it be as well.
No, I would let it be.
All right. So more transformative content. I got it. All right. My goal is I know I have the following, and I know I have I know once I can get somebody on the call and like have the speaking, like I know it's possible. And then it also pisses me off because I'm like, I see people with less than 5,000 followers making like 10 times the money that I'm making. And I'm like, I know followers don't equal money, but I also know that I have the following and the potential. Like I looked at like what my graph is, and like 93% of my followers are women, and specifically in the age range that I work with. So I'm like, they are literally there. Like they are there. And so I'm just getting frustrated with the process. But all right, transformation content. I will focus on that. I'll double down on that.
I got you. You got this.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. What's up, Mitch? Tell me some wins, big dog.
Shit, what a day. I actually just got out of another Zoom meeting as this is going on, as well as I just sold a high ticket on this Podchats. And I wanted to highlight that it happened over the weekend, but just highlighting here on Podchats that I started with you at around 800 followers. And over the weekend, we hit 10.2K.
Boom!
So things are going right now.
I love it.
But long story short, man, really simple on the question. Audience is growing a lot. So a lot of my priority right now is what you call like warming up my audience. I've actually I've signed 5 clients since coming back from Kelowna. I've signed 5 clients. So a lot of shit's going on. But my main thing, man, is especially working with more catering to athletes. I have a lot of lifestyle guys in the program as well. That's kind of my question. In regards to my audience, I'd say it's, let's just say simple. It's kind of 50-50 in regards to more athletic performance as well as more lifestyle guys. So what I've been trying to figure out, especially I asked Janelle, I think I need not only the like 4-day or 14-day challenges, but also I think I need some master classes in there. Is there a priority that you would do? Is there a structure that you would have with the master classes that doesn't, I don't know, it should specify and it shouldn't alienate, but some structure around that or some tips?
Yeah. So I think that if you're going to do, it's like you've got basically two different audiences that you're serving.
Sure.
So who are the people that are coming to you that are signing up right now?
Out of the 5, I'd say 2 powerlifting focus and 3 lifestyle.
So I would focus on lifestyle.
Okay.
Because it seems to me like the powerlifting content is attracting, like, because powerlifting clients are like harder to get from content by itself. They're coming to you naturally. So like for me, it's like, I think there's more money to be made in the lifestyle. So if I was going to do a master class, I'd focus on the lifestyle.
Okay. Should I brainstorming? Can I frame it around maybe strength so it appeals to pounders as well as just how to blow up your bench, whatever?
Yes.
Easy. Okay.
What about jacked and strong as fuck? Appeals to both.
Yeah, easy. Also brainstorming, could I run that into, because I'm also trying to run into maybe like a 6-week. So maybe like a master class into, hey, join the 6-week that runs into Black Friday. I love you, man. You're so handsome. No, thanks, Brian. I think that's it, man.
I appreciate you, bro. I like the energy. Let's go. What's up, Sarah? How you doing?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing amazing. Tell me some wins.
So I have 2. I was on a billboard in Miami.
I love that.
Also, First Form flew me out to go do a photo shoot. Also, I hit 20K a month.
Hey, all of these things are good things. We love that.
Yeah.
Cool. I
So
love
my
that.
question is, I just have a really short question. So I know Dana mentioned earlier her support coach, and you mentioned doing like $20 an hour. So I pay mine right now like $25 per client per month.
Yep.
So should I change that? What is your opinion on that?
Yeah. So that's like, it's basically the model that you have is, and just out of curiosity, does the support coach, are they a front facing coach? Like, do your clients know, or are they a back facing coach?
Back facing.
Yeah. So like, I don't think that you need to change that. I think that's a profitable model, because if they have 40 clients would be making $1,000. I will say that as that coach scales, are they from North America?
No, I actually like know them. They're from my hometown.
Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. So like, if that coach is cool with that pay, then I would just keep that, because that's a very profitable business model if you're only paying the $25 per client. Typically speaking, when we coach in the MDM, that's like an assistant. It would be like, that would be how we'd be paying assistant coaches, but assistant coaches are more front facing coaches. So if you're paying somebody on the background and it's $25 per client and they're happy with the pay, then that's awesome. I also will say, if they ever ask for a raise or an increase, I would probably do it. I would say the max that you want to pay somebody for a support coach role would be like $2,500 to $3,000 a month. And that would be somebody that's doing like 60 to 70 clients. How many clients does a support coach help you handle?
So she does all my coaching, all my clients right now, and it's at 65.
So 65 times 25. So you're paying her $1,625 a month?
Yes.
That's very profitable for you. Is she happy?
Oh, she loves it. I took her to dinner last night. Having a good time.
Okay. Yeah. So that's good. I will say, and I'm not going to put a limiting belief in your head. I just want you to know that typically speaking, that's like probably like 30 to 40% less than the industry standard for that. So just keep that in mind, that if she ever asks about a pay increase, I would jump at it in a second, just knowing that like closer to like 2,500 to 3K. I will also add on to that statement and say that the recommendation that I make for clients in the MDM is the maximum amount of clients you'd want this person to handle would be about 80. And that's like maxed out. So she's getting pretty close to capacity. Any more than where you're going right now, like once she gets closer to the 80 mark, what will happen is like the quality of the service will start diminishing. So at some point you're going to have to start thinking about bringing on another one.
Okay. And then she would keep the 80 or max out clients, and then the next one would just take on those clients. Okay.
And on a separate Trainerize account. So like it would be still underneath your umbrella, but you'd want to separate the Trainerize account. The reason that you'd want to do that is because then if there was ever a problem with the retention, then you could go in and figure out like which clients are dropping off, which coach they belong to, and it'd be very easy to identify the problem.
Okay. Makes sense.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
Congratulations on 20K. That's awesome. High five.
Thank you. Thank you.
We love that. Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for being my clients. I hope everyone has the best day of their entire lives. We love y'all, and I'll talk to you guys in the next Podchats. Peace. Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.